Hello everybody, this is Siphon Learns to Make. This is a channel about me learning and making how to make stuff. So my girlfriend's birthday is coming soon and every year I will customize something for her. And this year it will be this. Bam, 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 bam. Populele. Dun, 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 dun. Populele 2. I like the design of the Populele 2 better. And also you can connect to the phone using Bluetooth, so you can play game and learn at the same time. I think that this will be a good present for her. Populele. Bang, bang, bang. She likes white better than black, so yeah, white. So the first thing I will do is remove the string, and to mask everything that I don't want paint to get on, I will airbrush her name over here. So it'll be just a simple customization of her name. So let's get on to it. So the first thing I will do is to remove the string. I'll just label the string first. Okay, so this is this. So I've removed all the string on it. This is it now. So, no. So now I'm going to mask this and the fretboard. The closer you mask, the better the result will be. The masking tape that you use is important. You need to be sticky enough to not be peeled off when you are spraying, and also to be not sticky enough to leave a residue. The tip of cutting a mask on the object itself is to cut at the edges, so that if you accidentally cut onto the surface of the object, it won't be so obvious. So let me show you. Oh yeah, and you must have a very sharp knife. Just cut it along the edges. And now the fretboard. So this is the first layer of the mask, and this is to make sure that clear coat won't be sprayed onto this. I'm going to mask the stencil of the customized name here. Yep. So for stencil, it's the best if you don't cut it directly on the object itself, because you will leave a mark. So trace out the basic shape and then mark where I want the overall text to be. Remove this from the Populele. And then now we'll cut it out. Okay, and now I have to remove the black ones. So this is it, and then I'll have to transfer this onto the Populele. Remember the lines that I've drawn here, so now you use it to align it back. So now this is properly masked. You can add on more. Okay, so this is it. This is the masking procedure. Whee! And next, it is to airbrush it. If you have noticed, in my background there's always this thing. You must be wondering what the hell is that. It's so messy. So this is my spraying booth, and these are all the paints that I use for airbrush. Now I'm going to airbrush this. So first, turn on. So this is the airbrush booth, and these are all my paints and resins that I use. This is a fan that draws the fumes out of the window, and this is where I stay. So yep, I'm always airbrushing stuff in my room. This is the thinner. I'm always using lacquer paint, and it's going to rain outside soon, so I need to complete the airbrushing at least before the rain starts, because once it starts raining, the paint will be very hard to dry. So yeah, I have to be fast. Metallic peach, and this is a paint from Jamwin. This is a dual action siphon brush. It's relatively thick now, so I have to add some thinner. And also this is Jamwin multi primer. This is to make sure the paint will stick onto any object. Even though I have the spraying booth, it's best if you wear mask. But if I wear mask, it'll be harder to hear me talk. And also, glove. Always press all the masking tape down before spraying, because sometimes the masking tape will leave a crease and the paint will seep inside the crease. So make sure everything is flattened before you spray it. What I'm doing now is spray a thin layer, then spray the air without the paint. So how a paintbrush works is, when you press it without pulling it backwards, you will spray the air out. And if you pull the trigger backwards, you will release the paint. So this is a dual action Siphon Airbrush. So this is the metallic pink, and I want to create a gradient effect of pink to gold. I'll try pink to gold. The good thing about Siphon Fit paintbrush is that it is very easy to change color, and you have the leftover paint. So if you are working with multiple color, a Siphon Airbrush with bottles will be very good choice. So this is Jamwin metallic red, and I will add a tint of red on the top. Next, and before I remove the mask, I will spray a bit of Gaia clear gloss coat. This is to make sure that the metallic pigment of the paint doesn't get mixed up with the final coat that I'm going to spray later on. So this is time for magic. I have to remove all the masking tape. Sometimes when the surface is not very good for painting, the paint doesn't stick well. So I have to make sure that I trim off the edges of the paint before I peel it off. If not, I might peel the paint off along with the masking tape. You can avoid this step if you have sanded your surface before you start spraying, but I didn't do that, so yeah. So this is what I was talking about. The paint peeled off from the surface, so I need to fix that a bit. Now I'm trimming off the paint that is sticking out at the corner of the stencil. So this is after the spraying. The original surface here is not very well suited for painting, so the paint comes off easily. Then now I have to spray a thick layer of clear spray over it to fix it in. Yeah, you can see it's raining outside. So now for the final step, it is to use this resin spray. So for this, you have to smash this red head in to release the catalyst agent. So this is a very special can. This is a resin spray can. So there's two sides for the can. One is the red head and one is the white. So one is the red head and one is the normal spray head. So you have to smash the red head inside to release the catalyst agent for the resin to cure. So yeah. And then you have to shake for a while. And because this resin is very toxic, so mask and glove. And then you have to make sure that there's no dust on it before you spray it. The first layer will be a thin layer to make sure that the flakes of the paint doesn't fly off. And then the second coat will be a thicker coat because it's a resin spray. So we have to coat it slightly thicker for it to work the best. It may look glossy now, but it's a matte coat, so after it dries off, you'll give off the matte texture, which will be very nice. So now I'll put it inside the box so that no dust falls on it while it dries. So after one day the resin has dried, then this is the result. And now I remove all the masking tape, so yep. Okay, so after I've placed the battery inside, this is how it looks. And I've tuned it. So now I'll give this to my girlfriend.
更美丽啦
！Sekali ambil kan. 拿出来，拿出来。
Oh my god！ 我要做音乐台。